They've conducted 2 times a missile launch, ballistic missile launch of the class of ICBM. That threat is felt not only by our country or Asia alone. It has become a global threat, including Europe. In other words, North Korea will launch ICBM, and the range would include almost the entire region of Europe. So it has become a global threat. With Prime Minister May on the question of North Korea, we spent a good amount of time, and I was able to have a good exchange of opinions of great significance. From that point of view, we were able to issue a joint statement regarding North Korea with the Prime Minister May. Between Japan and the United Kingdom, which is the member of the Security Council, permanent member of the Security Council, we would seek the furtherance and strengthening of the pressure over North Korea. We were able to agree for the close collaboration, including the fora of the United Nations, which is a major outcome of the summit talk.
There's nowhere to hide. Japan on alert for North Korea nuclear test worse than Fukushima. Japan has been on high alert since North Korea fired 2 ballistic missiles over the northern island of Hokkaido on September 15. The Hermit Kingdom conducted its 6th and largest nuclear test just weeks earlier on September 3. North Korea has not carried out further ballistic missile or nuclear tests in recent weeks, marking an eerily quiet period for the secretive state. But the silence has done nothing to allay the fears of residents living directly in the firing line of Kim Jong-un's missile tests. Kawamura, who lives in a seaside cottage in Aramo, said, "Now when I hear a loud sound, I look outside, I look out at the ocean. I feel anxious, like I never know when it will come again." For months Japanese authorities have been holding large-scale emergency drills in preparation for North Korea testing a missile or a nuclear bomb. In the event of a missile launch, the government activates sirens and sends alerts to millions of mobile phones. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has called the threat posed by Kim Jong-un's regime a national crisis that only he can solve. Abe has taken an aggressive approach to North Korea in the hope it will win him votes in Sunday's snap election. But his comments have done little to alleviate the helplessness felt by thousands of residents. When it's launched, it could land here just moments later, Kawamura said. There's nowhere to hide. North Korea has threatened to sink Japan and vowed to plow on with developing missiles capable of reaching the U.S. mainland. Abe has taken a tough stance, branding the nation a grave threat and backing Donald Trump's suggestions of military action. Speaking at a rally last week, he said, "They promised in 1994 and again in 2005 that they would abandon their nuclear program. But they have broken their word and developed nuclear devices and missiles. We're not going to be deceived anymore." But Haruki Suminoya, head of Aramo's fishing union, has warned that being overly aggressive towards North Korea may provoke a reaction. Abe's approach is too strong, too hardline, he said. A more restrained approach is better. In September North Korea threatened to explode a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific Ocean. Local Japanese fishermen are worried such a detonation could contaminate the water, much like the Fukushima nuclear disaster did in 2011. The radiation would make all the fish inedible, said Narita, an elderly fisherman. Like in Fukushima, we couldn't do our jobs.